If you want to know how to use website push notifications to engage your audience and increase your customer base, we're starting right now.
If you want to transform your website into a customer or lead generation machine, I'll show you all my best tips, tactics, and secrets to get there fast. Let's dive in.
Hey guys, I'm Wes McDowell, a web strategist for The Deep End, and if you're not subscribed to our channel yet, you're not going to want to miss out. Just click the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it so you never miss another video you need to succeed online. One huge hurdle that most businesses need to get over is that only 10 to 20% of the people coming to your website are even ready to buy. The rest are just researching and are likely to never actually return to your website. That's why it's so important that you stay in front of those people over time so that they'll begin to remember you over your competition, and they'll start to associate you and your business with being helpful and as the experts that they want to work with or buy from. And you can use a lead magnet to get their email address. You can continue to contact them over email, or you can spend money on Facebook retargeting ads, which are actually great methods and I recommend them. But now there's another option that you can consider, and it really isn't even talked about very much. It basically allows users to come to your site to simply click a button to allow you to continue to notify them whenever you add new content to your site. And these in-browser notifications generally have a higher interaction rate than email open rates, and they're a lot less costly than spending money on those Facebook retargeting ads. In fact, it's usually free up until a certain number of subscribers. So basically every time you add a new piece of content, like a blog article or a new landing page or an offer, or anytime you actually choose, all those subscribers will be alerted to it right in their internet browser. And the cool part is you can actually control that content. You can drip content out in a systematic way or in a specific order, so you can really provide a lot of value and help them see you as the business that they really want to work with. So those are all my best reasons why you might want to consider website push notifications, but now I actually want to show you how to do it. So let's jump on over to the computer.
Okay, so first off the bat, I should say there are quite a few companies that do provide this kind of service for browser push notifications. And I did a little bit of research and found that people were generally really positive about PushCrew. So that's what I'm going to go through today. It's very easy and it's free to get started. So that's kind of the cool thing about it. You can get it up and running in minutes and you don't have to pay anything. So it's basically, again, free to start for 2,000 subscribers. After that, the plans go to, 18 a month or whatever, and they get bigger from there. But 2,000 is probably good enough for you to kind of figure out if this is going to work out for your business or not. And it's totally free up until then. So what you're going to do is just go up to, once you're on the pricing page, just go to create your account. So I've already created my account. Once you do the same, come back to me and we'll get going. Okay, so here's the first view of the dashboard you're going to see. And it's basically walking you through how to get this onto your site to begin with. And the way you're going to start this is by putting the code on your website. And don't worry, this looks very technical. If you're non-techie, don't worry about it. There's basically, I'm pretty sure you're probably using WordPress for your website. And if that's the case, just go ahead and click right there. So perfect, they've got a little plugin you're going to use. So the PushCrew plugin, and don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So let's go over to my WordPress site. Okay, so just log into the back end of your WordPress website. We're here on the Deep End site right now. First thing you're going to do is go down to Plugins and then click on Add New. Then you'll just go right here to where it says Search and you'll type in PushCrew. And of course there it comes up, so I'm just going to click on Install Now. And once it's installed, just click on Activate. Okay, so one more step here. Once it's activated, it's giving you this alert saying PushCrew is almost ready. You have to enter your account ID for it to work. So to get that account ID, click here. It'll open up a new window for you. I'm just going to take this account ID and copy it. Then go back to your WordPress and you're going to go down to where it says Settings down here. And then find PushCrew in that menu. Click that and then just paste that account ID right there and click Save Changes. Okay, so now we're back on the PushCrew page. And by the way, if you don't have a WordPress website, basically it gives you this code. You basically have to put it in the head tag on your website, or if you have a developer, they've made it easier for you just to email that to them right there, so you don't have to take care of that. Okay, now the next step is going to be good to go down and to customize the opt-in box. So now we get to decide what exactly is going to be shown to people when they come to your website, where they have to opt in or out. Now you've got some options here. If your website has a security certificate, if it's HTTPS, you can do a one-step opt-in, or otherwise it has to be a two-step opt-in. So I'm just going to show you that way for now. But now we get to really customize what this looks like. So here's a preview of what it's going to look like on desktop. And then here's a preview of what it's going to look like on mobile. So let's go ahead and start customizing this to really try to increase those conversions in the opt-ins. First, it lets you set the title. And the default is just the website. The deep end would like to send you push notifications. That's okay, that's the default. I don't really like it though, because all that's saying is what we want to do. What I would rather see you do with this is give a benefit to the end user and why they would want to opt in for this. So in this case, because our blog basically puts out videos like this one that are all about how to get more customers online, I've changed that text to say, do you want to get access to our free customer generation strategies before anyone else? It's just a different way to say it, and I think it's much more compelling than the deep end would like to send you stuff. Next, the subtitle says notifications can be turned off anytime from browser settings. Again, I think we can punch this up a bit. So I just changed it to we promise it'll be worth it, and then you can opt out anytime. And then you can set the buttons. So right now it says don't allow or allow. I think we can do better than that. So I just changed it from no thanks to I want it, exclamation point. It's always good to try to drum up a little bit of excitement in people. Okay, so now going down the page, enable opt-in for mobile. That's up to you. I think, especially since most people are on mobile these days, I think it would be a good idea to use it. Again, you're going to want to use that same language. I'm not sure why they don't just import that over. Maybe it's a different amount of characters or something. So just go ahead and customize that text. And okay, so here, this is an important one. So it says display opt-in box. Either the choices are immediately when they land on your website, which I think is a little obnoxious, and I wouldn't actually recommend you do that. After 5 seconds, I don't think that's enough. I would say more like somewhere in the 10 to 20 second range. Give them a chance to get to your site before you immediately bombard them with this kind of stuff. So I'm happy with that. There's only one other thing we want to do here, and that is to replace their branding with your own branding. So what you want to do is you want to put your logo there, and they recommend a file size of 192 by 192. So let's go ahead and import mine in. Okay, so there we go. It's got the logo on it now. So then just go up and click on save. Okay, now we want to talk about exactly when are you going to use one of these notifications. There are several ways to do it. You can either do a one-time, just manually, maybe you just put up a blog post and you want people to see that. So go ahead and click on one time and then on create. Okay, so you're just going to fill in all this content. So just take the title and the message. So this should just be a really nice short description of exactly what it is that they're going to learn. And then you need to put in the exact web page they're going to go to, the exact URL. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is you can either keep the default logo that you use for everything, or what I would rather do is put in some kind of a featured image for that blog post. Because otherwise it looks just really promotional, right? But if you put a featured image in, it definitely looks more like helpful content. Okay, so I've gone ahead and just taken a screenshot from YouTube so that I can use that as the image, and it has the little recognizable YouTube play button on it. So it really indicates to people that this is a video. But of course, use whatever featured image that you would want to use on your blog post. And I would recommend, if it's not a video thing like this, to do that 192 by 192 square resolution. That way it'll just take up more of this space here, which visually I think would look better. But anyway, so here it shows you kind of all your previews of what it's going to look like. Chrome on Windows, Firefox on Windows, because every browser is a little different. Chrome on Mac, and Chrome on Android. So the next thing it allows you to do, the next choice to make, there's a lot of stuff here that I'm not going to go over. I think some of these things are actually only supported on the paid version. And the audience, if you have a big enough audience, you can segment them out. So only certain people get certain notifications based on the actions they've taken in the past. but we're not going to get into that here. But then the big thing you want to decide, are you going to push this out right now, or do you want to schedule it? This is a really great tool. So like you can plan out your whole week of Monday through Friday of what exactly people are going to get. And it's a great way of repurposing a lot of your old content. And then down here is where it lets you schedule that notification. So click on that, and then you can just pick the day and time you want it to go out. And that is going to be tied to your current time zone. So, and then you're just going to go ahead and click schedule. Or if you're not scheduling it and you want to send it now, you just go ahead and click send now. Okay, the next one I want to go over, we're going to skip triggered, and we're just going to go right to RSS to push. This is a cool one. So basically, if you have a blog, every blog has what's called an RSS feed associated with it. That sounds complicated, I know, but in most cases, all that is your own website address / the word feed. In almost every case, that's what it is. And then you're just going to go ahead and click on Add RSS. It'll tell you if it worked or not. And in this case, it's added successfully. And here it allows you to change the default notification content. So basically what it's set to do is to send the first 96 characters of the post title and the first bit of the message, which I think means just the first 255 characters of the post content itself. So I'm a little torn on this feature because while I like that it just sends things out as soon as you publish them without you having to go back and do this yourself, there's a few things I don't like about it. I don't like that it's just going to pull right from the post from the text of the post, because a lot of times that's not going to be the most compelling case for people to click it. You know, you want that description of what they're going to learn. And the other thing I don't like is that it doesn't seem to allow you to just have the featured image pulled in as the image here. As I said before, I feel like that would get many more clicks than just your company logo, because with the logo, again, it looks like a promotional thing. So I'm going to go ahead and say here, I don't recommend the RSS to push feature now that I think about it. I think what you're going to want to do is just each time you publish a new blog, you're going to want to come in here and take a minute and just input the new information and send it out or schedule it. I think that way you'll see much higher conversions, which is exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, and that's all there is to it. So hopefully by now you can see how powerful this strategy can be to really drive that repeat business to your website so people can start seeing you as the memorable and knowledgeable business that you are. That way you can rise above your competitors and start winning even more customers. All right, so now is the part where I want to hear from you, and I want to know from you, do you think that this sounds like a way to start building credibility with your customers? I want to know your thoughts about this, if you plan on using this in your internet marketing strategy. So just leave it in the comments below, along with any questions or other comments you may have, and I'll check it all out and I'll answer every question that I can. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do that. Just click the little circle icon right over here to start subscribing. And if you haven't accessed my free mini course yet, How to Guarantee Website ROI, that is a good one, and you can get that by clicking this box right over here. All right, guys, I'm Wes McDowell for The Deep End. I'll see you in our next video.